Yeah, guys. So we are live as we promised. So yeah, I mean it was a quite a moving day. Usually the day three is the moving day, but the day two has been sort of a moving day in this test between India and Australia. And we would be eager if we would be eager for you guys participation, and we can have some good amount of discussion. Also, two other good tests going on parallelly, one in South Africa and the other one in the Basin Reserve between England and New Zealand. So yeah, we can have some fair amount of discussion on all the three tests going on at the same time. Also, their sort of effects on the WTC table and everything. So yeah, we'll be waiting for you guys' participation. Let's see if someone participates. And so yeah, uh, until the time people participate, I would like to go to Ritik and ask you about today's Australia's performance. Travis said again, a name that has become almost synonymous with India for the last 1 year or so. Yeah, Ritik.
Yes, absolutely. And Travis said, as I was reading somewhere, he has become, within quotes, a headache for India, actually. I mean, it might sound funny, but from the perspective of the Indian team and from the perspective of Indian cricket fans, he's definitely a pain in the neck. And time and time again, be it the limited over format and now also in this format, that is the Test cricket, he's continuously wreaking havoc. And he's that sort of a guy who can, I mean, absolutely take the game away from the opposition. And once he gets going, it's really a hard time to get this batsman out. And today was no exception. I mean, in response to India's 180, they managed to score 337 runs, with Travis Head scoring a brilliant century. And then we all saw that it was always going to be challenging batting in the last session, and India lost half their side out for around 120 odd runs. So yeah, I mean, both in terms of batting as well as the bowling, they have been very clinical, and that's the best part actually. And here, I would like to add one point that when I saw India's bowling today, I mean, apart from Jasprit Bumrah, no one looked really promising. Just contrary, if you see the Australian bowling lineup, I mean, almost each of I mean, every bowler, they seemed to trouble the batters. I mean, be it Scott Boland, be it Pat Cummins, be it Mitchell Stark. I mean, so you never felt that void that Josh Hazelwood is not playing. On the other hand, India has been too much dependent on Jasprit Bumrah. That has really been a matter of concern, according to me.
And at one point, even Jasprit Bumrah fell down. It looked like some more pain for India, but thankfully he was up. Though we don't know what was the cause. Was it just some normal strain, or will he go for some scans or something post this test match? Will he get a? Will India think of giving him a rest in the third test? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so that is what happens. First test, he was also the captain, so there is this added pressure of
Yeah.
becoming the skipper. And then when you know that you are the frontline bowler, you are the leading bowler, and who everyone is looking up to. I mean, all the fans, even the team members, they have lots of expectations. So, and today I think that that definitely took a toll on him,
Yes.
and we saw the effects of that. And I'm sure he's going to go. I mean, he has the staff, the physio staff, the medical team is going to look after his condition, and I hope that it's not a long term problem, because Bumrah is definitely an asset that India would not want to lose for sure.
Yes. Sure. So I mean, that was some serious. Also, Labuschagne played well, and then Australia's sort of experience with the ping ball came to the fore. I mean, they just showcased. Also, I mean, that ball which I think Mitch Stark bowled to Shubman Gill, almost
Yeah.
reminiscent of how he was bowling in that 2015 World Cup. That ball to McCullum in that final, peach of a delivery, late banana swing at pace. And I mean, Mitch Stark was a different beast this match. It looked like he just took that comment of Yashasvi pretty seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it was expected, and I won't say that it was something out of the blue. I always expected. I mean, if you guys remember that, even the last time we came, I said two names: Mitchell Stark and Nathan Land. So one of my predictions has been correct actually. So Mitchell Stark has been really wonderful, and we all know that Mitchell Stark at Adelaide, Mitchell Stark in pink ball tests, he's a different bowler altogether, and that is what we have seen in this match so far. And I mean that ball to Shubman Gill, that was just the highlight of his bowling in this entire test match. So yeah, I mean awesome. Just I mean it's hard to put in words that delivery, and of course the other wickets as well.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Pant and Nitish Reddy are there. India will really hope that these two get into score some decent partnership, maybe even 100 runs partnership, and then hope for the tail Ashwin, Harshit, and all those guys to chip in with some useful contributions down the order, um, and hope that they can give some sort of at least 100 plus lead to Australia. I mean, target to Australia.
Yeah, the first target definitely for India is to ensure that there is that Australians have to come to bat and just don't give the match away. Innings defeat is definitely not something that any of the fans would like to see. And of course, as you mentioned, that they would definitely like to give at least a target of a three-figure target, at least 100 runs. I mean, so that you ensure that even if you lose, I mean, you put some fight, and it was not a one-sided contest. I always look for fight. I mean, even if my team loses, wins, no matter which team I support, but there should be a fight back, because else, I mean, one-sided test match, I mean, no point watching such matches, and it's as a player also, it's no point playing such matches. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's real probability. In all probability, it looks like the match will get over tomorrow because unless India, I mean, pulls out something unbelievable, Nitish Reddy, someone pulls out something unbelievable, and maybe India bats 2 sessions or something. Apart from that, there doesn't look any chances that this match will go until Monday. Coming to the other two test matches, so England versus New Zealand. I mean, New Zealand posed that historic 3-0 win at home. Sorry, at India. I mean, they really look a different side at home against England. England just buried them in Wellington.
Yeah, I mean, Basin Reserve, as I always mention, this is one pitch that I don't know why, but I am really very much skeptical of. And if I am to pick up one pitch that gives me sleepless nights as a cricket fan, that is Basin Reserve. And exactly same thing happened, but shockingly enough, to a team that is the home team. So New Zealand, despite being the home team, they played just like visitors. And I mean, the way they played in India and the way they are playing this series against England, I mean, I don't know. It seems like two different teams, two different DNAs, two different body languages. I mean, yeah, really, really very disappointing and very shocking to see that. And England, on the other hand, have been clinical, I must say. Brilliant from
Yeah,
England.
I mean, Harry Brook has been enjoying batting in New Zealand. I mean, he's scoring hundreds for fun, playing like T20s. Joe Root also got runs today. Jacob Bethel has been pretty good in the two tests he's played. Duckett got 90 odd. And England are, I mean, really bashing New Zealand out of the attack. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think England also are waiting mostly for that landmark of Joe Root. If he can get to that 100, they will wait for it. Otherwise, I think if he gets out, they will declare and come out to bowl.
Also, I must point out the fact that the way Ben Stokes is bowling, it really, I mean, I'm a big Ben Stokes fan, and as a fan, it really is great to see one of the greats of the game performing both with the bat as well as the ball. Because normally you see that either Ben Stokes is generally batting, or I mean, he's bowling well, but currently he seems that his bowling is pretty sorted, and that's a good sign definitely for England, with especially with the likes of Anderson not playing, because we all know that he was a great asset for the English team, and guys like Ben Stokes stepping up, that's really a boost for the team.
Yeah, I mean, surely. And once Ben Stokes starts bowling, I mean, this looks a pretty different side because, I mean, that adds that extra level of balance to the team. And yeah, so also Gus Atkinson, I mean, this lad had a pretty excellent 2024. I mean, he got a hat trick also. So he
Yeah.
made the debut in that last test of Anderson at Lords, got a 5 for and 7 for in that first test, 12 wickets in that first test. Then he got 100 against Sri Lanka at Lords, got a 5 for in that match as well. And then he comes to Pakistan, batted well there also, and now he gets a hat trick here in New Zealand. So he's been pretty good. Bryden Cards, I think. I mean, he was the first bowler who took a 10 for away from home for in England's shirt, even and in the last 10 years or something. So he's also been, I would say, has been a good find. And I'm pretty impressed at England's pace attack over the last couple of months, because post Anderson and Broad's retirement, I think they've got quite a few young, talented guys who can serve them for at least another 4 5 years, and they've got some good candidates. Gus Atkinson looks impressive. Braden Kurz looks. Potts was decent with his reverse swing and all those attributes in Pakistan. Then there was, I think, yeah, Chris Box has been there in and out. Stokes is bowling well. So yeah, I think the pace contingent looks a bit better at this point of time.
Yeah, also, if you remember, I mean, those who have been following Test cricket for the last 4 or 5 years, that this English team once was in dire need for a good opening pair, and finally, for the last, I think, couple of years, they have been able to sort this issue. And Ben Duckett, oh man, what a find that has been! He has
Yeah, I
been
think Crawley
absolutely,
Crawley is hot
yeah.
and cold, but Ben Duckett, I mean, uh, one is he's another Travis Head kind of guy who or if he starts going, I mean, he will just change the game in a session, and then he's pretty consistent also, even with that kind of attacking mode.
Yeah, because I remember I have been following this English team pretty closely over the last 3 4 years, and there was this guy Dom Sibley. I remember.
Yeah, Dom Sibley
Then
was there, Roddy Burns was there,
Rory
then
Burns was there. Yeah.
Hasib Hamid
Mhm.
played a
I
few tests
remember he
in that
played a good
root
knock
era.
against India as well. I remember Hasib Hamid.
Yeah, so these guys were there, but none of them were constant. So if I look at Duckett's average, he's averaging almost 41 at a strike rate of 86.
Okay. So yes, as I mentioned, Ben Duckett has been a good find for England in that opening spot, and he looks pretty much sorted in that position. So yeah, at the moment, England team is looking pretty good, both in terms of their bowling and batting departments. Also,
Yeah, I
guys,
mean,
on that note, I would request you all, as we all I mean, each time we come live, we point this fact that it would be really great that, and we would really appreciate if you guys put in your comments, because else it's just a discussion between us and not with you. So please, I would request you all. Yes, Saptarshi.
yeah, surely. So, I mean, I think maybe England might have a plenty headache of plenty, because their next series is, I think they have one of test against Zimbabwe in May, and then they're playing their home series versus India. They may have a problem once Jamie Smith comes back, because he was their designated wicketkeeper batter in their home summer and when they toured Pakistan, and he looked pretty impressive also, I would say, because he played some good cameos down the order. But now, since Oli Pope was demoted down the order, he played well in this series. Jamie Smith missed out because of parental duties. So now, where do they slot Jamie Smith in? Now, if you're slotting both Jamie Smith and uh, Oli Pope in, then whom are you dropping? Are you dropping Jacob Bethel, whom you gave a chance for 3 tests? He played well. Or are you dropping Zach Crawley? If you are dropping Zach Crawley, then who goes up to open the innings? Does Jacob Bethel open the innings? So I think there will be those couple of questions. Also, even if they drop Jacob Bethel, then who is moving up to number three? Is Ben Stokes moving up to number three, or is Joe Root moving up? Or are you again pushing back Oli Pope to number three where he failed? Then he was brought down the order. Or do you think they might even think of pushing Jamie Smith up the order and then handing the gloves to Oli Pope? So yeah, that batting order, maybe a couple of spots they will have to think. But I think a headache of plenty is always a good headache to have. The bowling order also looks pretty sorted. They have enough options. Yeah, that's how they will play in spinning conditions and all that will still remain a mystery. But they won't tour any subcontinent as of now. Their next tour in the subcontinent, I think, is in Bangladesh in 2027, which judged in February 2027, which is more than 2 years from here. So I think their most away tours, their other two away tours in the next WT cycle will one be in Australia, another in South Africa, both seaming conditions. So I think the pacers will enjoy it, and their batting will also like those conditions. So let's see how they turn up. And
Yeah,
then, I mean, coming to the third test, which is going on at this point of time, it's the South Africa Sri Lanka test. Another two teams who are fighting for the spot in the WTC final at Lords. So yeah,
yeah,
South. I mean, Sri Lanka looked pretty solid yesterday, but today This one had sort of a collapse in the morning, and then I mean, it was South Africa's day.
Yeah, I mean, also South Africa at the moment, I think they are almost sure, if I'm not wrong, into that WTC final
Yeah,
spot.
I mean
Or
their fixtures at least look so, because they have three
yeah,
fixtures at home against three oppositions who are not maybe that much technically equipped, if I put it in that way, to beat them in those conditions.
yeah. So guys, lots of cricket happening around, and so three test matches going on with six top. I mean, if I can use that word, six good nations, if not the top nations. But yeah, I mean, actually the top six also, if I'm using that word, because these are all very renowned teams, guys. So lots of cricket matches taking place, and I'm sure you guys are also keeping a track of these developments. Also, yes, now regarding that, now that we have talked briefly about the three test matches that are going on, I mean, the three different series that are going on. So, one thing that I feel currently, this Indian bowling, as I pointed out, that it has been too much dependent on Jasprit Bumrah. So now, do you think that maybe it's time to pull in someone like a senior guy like Mohammad Shami back into the bowling lineup? Because we all know Mohammad Shami in these conditions, where the ball, I mean, where the pitch has a lot to offer for the seamers, and Shami is a good seam bowler, pretty much like what Vernon Philander used to do, who found reasonable success in Australia. So, do you think that maybe the inclusion of Shami could reduce the workload a bit and improve the balance of this bowling lineup?
Yeah, surely. I mean, I think Shami would have been a handy asset, but then I mean, that's the point. Maybe BC aren't confident enough at this point regarding his fitness. Oh man, so this comment looks like gold dust at this point of time.
Yeah. So, welcome, Bloodline Cricket. I am seeing you after ages.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We were missing you so much. I mean, I remember those last two lives, and it was so boring without you guys. So
I
yeah, I mean,
mean,
very
we
happy.
didn't want to end the live. I will be very honest with you, but I mean, seeing absolutely no response from the audience, I mean, it also discourages us, right? And your comment, and that too within the first 20 minutes, it's really encouraging. So tell us, what are your thoughts about the India Australia match today?
Yeah,
Uh,
and
and
answering Ritik's
yeah,
question. So yeah, maybe we aren't confident enough of Shami's fitness, because the problem with I think sending a bowler fast before proper fitness is it might have a long term impact on his career, because you don't want a player to have a long term impact on his career. And Shami at this stage of his career, if he's I mean, it's not easy bowling on those hard abrasive decks of Australia, running in bowling 20 overs a day. It's not easy. So you push Shami early and then he breaks down. It has a long term impact. So you just don't want that as a player and as a board. Also, if he's not fit enough, he might not be able to generate that much pace, that much accuracy, control, and that also doesn't exactly fit into the interest of the team. I mean, you don't want a half fit bowler, no matter how much skill he brings to the table or how much quality he brings to the table. You rather want a fully fit bowler, even if he doesn't offer that much quality, but if he's giving his 100% or rather 200% and is fully committed to the interests of the team, running in, steaming in, trying bowling out his heart, and bowling with absolutely full dedication.
yeah. I mean, so that's the point. I mean, I definitely, being a Shami fan or someone who has watched him bowl over the last few years and seeing that what he can offer, I would definitely like to see him. But then the point you mentioned, a very valid point, that if someone is not fit enough, and if he is asked to bowl, then that can, I mean, add salt to the wound, and that can cause even further problems in the long run.
Man,
Okay.
I have no clue what happened to India after 1-7 defeat. Is they ever confident? See, I think two factors. I mean, yeah, right now the result hasn't come out, and I can comment on that. India may even come back. You never know. After all, this is a game of cricket. But at this point, Australia looks the favorites to win this match. And if you ask me personally, my views for India's this state, I would say not really overconfident. Maybe. See, I would say one was you can't always rely on one bowler to bail you out every time. That's not going to happen. And then the Travis Head factor has been chasing India for some 2 years now. That's again another issue. And yeah, I think
The break.
the batting, yeah,
Yeah.
the break also. I mean, Australia really analyzed India in and out, had made proper plans and strategies for each and every batter. The pink ball was always an issue because Australia had far better experience playing the pink ball, playing under the lights in Australian conditions. They played some 12, 13 tests like this. India played only one pink ball in Australia before this. So that was also one issue which was always there. And see, I would say this Indian batting has been struggling for some time now. I mean, you agree it or not, people agree it or not, but that's fact. I mean, I think Ritik would also agree with me. Most of the batters have struggled, in spinning
Yeah.
conditions as well as in basic conditions. And I mean, unless it's absolutely a flat conditions, and even some of the seniors. I mean, I don't want to say, but I'm forced to say, even some of the seniors like Rohit and Virat have been out of runs and out of form seriously even after Virat scored that 100 in Perth. But if you look at Virat's sorry, if you look at Virat's innings over the last 1 year or so, most of the runs have come when either the pitch is dead flat or the conditions are pretty easy. The stakes are low. So that's the thing when the ball is moving a bit or it's spinning too much. Most of the batters have struggled. Even Shubman Gill has failed to make an impact. Yashasvi Jaiswal has still been some level of consistent. And again, there also you are mostly expecting Rishabh Pant every time to bail you out. He will most probably maybe bail you out even tomorrow, but that's not the thing. You can't have so many out of form batters and expect to win a match every time.
Okay, so we have a comment. I don't like the attitude for sure. Stay humble. I know Virat always sledge, but no need this time. And what a pathetic attitude by Siraj. Yes, I mean there was absolutely no need for that send off. I
Yeah,
mean, if you
that was
do
probably
this,
the highlight of the
yeah,
BGT. I mean, I was seeing a lot of Australian commentators also having a talk on this. Yeah, Ritik, continue.
yeah, I mean that's the point. And I remember I was talking about this. I mean with you guys only today in the evening. That I mean, where was this aggression a few minutes back? So if you get a batsman dismissed for let's say 0-1 or maybe a single digit score, I mean that and then you do such a gesture. I mean, still, I mean we can agree that okay. I mean that's justified. But after a batter has who has been, I mean, who has literally taken you to the cleaners and scored a brilliant century, and I mean there was absolutely no need for that send off, and it just goes to show that he was totally frustrated and that wicket was a huge sigh of relief. But yeah, I mean, definitely these things don't look good. I can say that.
Yeah, I mean, surely. Uh, it's like when you don't have enough success to show, stay humble. So it doesn't look good actually. You are getting. I mean, you were smashed for 4 and 6. This guy smashed you 140 at a strike rate of 100, and then you were sledging him. It doesn't look good. I mean, see, if he had got him out for 0 and sledged, things would have looked maybe better. And also, I don't think. I mean, head had. And I've seen Siraj uselessly getting trying to get into the skin of many players. It's not the first time. So that's the issue. I mean, yeah, if somebody is charging you up, you are going against him. That's okay. But even when you are not getting wickets, you are getting smashed, and still you are trying to sledge. That doesn't look good. I've seen him doing the same to Phil Salt in IPL once when he was
Hmm.
playing for Delhi. Phil Salt was playing for Delhi in the RCB versus Delhi match. Then I remember even yesterday also there was that one moment when Labuschagne just moved out because there was some sort of
Yeah,
a
yeah, he threw the ball.
disturbance in front of the side screen, and then he threw the ball unnecessarily. Similar sort of an incident happened in the WTC final when he threw the ball to I think Steve Smith most likely. So yeah, I mean these things don't look pretty. At least when you are getting his smashed so much, it doesn't look pretty. You picked up 5 fun and you are showing and you are sledging. It still looks maybe a bit cool, but yeah, otherwise, honestly speaking, it doesn't look that bit cool. But yeah,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
one.
things are happening in the in this BGT, so you never know. I mean, moving forward, there will be some more heated moments.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that it's the heat of the moment, it's the aggression, you're playing for your country, but then there is a difference between being aggressive and being aggressive uselessly. And this was the second case, to be honest. I mean, that was not needed actually. Yes, and so Bloodline Cricket, what are your predictions for tomorrow? You see any comeback, this partnership between Nitish Reddy and Rishabh Pant. I mean, I seriously hope that this partnership at least puts India in a decent position. I mean, of course, winning looks a far dream from at least from the point they are in. But if even if I think they can set a target of, let's say, 100 or maybe 75 or something of that sort, 70 plus target, that would be an achievement. I mean, considering the state that Indian team is currently in.
Yeah, bloodline cricket. I would also ask you to ask your friend also to join. Like, I think he was that 2 years back was your friend only, right? So ask him also to join. Would love to have him also.
Yeah, it's been long, guys, since we have not seen. I mean, many comments from you guys, because earlier it used to be at least 4 or 5 guys typing in their comments, but for the last few lives we have seen that
Yeah.
hardly people joining us. So yes, please. Okay, okay, Atul Kumar Thakur. So
Okay, bloodline. Bloodline. I'm coming to your comment. Just wait a minute. So yeah, there's some new guy. Yeah. So if you are,
okay,
thanks,
so
man.
hi
If you are
Atul.
new to the channel, if you are new to the channel, please, I would request you to subscribe our channel and please stay tuned. We have uploaded a lot of content on IPL also. Please watch it. And we would also love to know how you got to know about the channel. And I would be really eager to know that from you. So yeah, everything takes. First,
Yes,
I'm
Atul,
taking Bloodline's question. Okay, sir.
come
First, I'm
back
taking
for,
Bloodline.
yeah, come back for sure, but not much. Australia target 100 to 120. See, that's the point I said, that when I say the word comeback, I don't necessarily mean that India winning this game. I say comeback from the situation they are in right now, and a 100-120 target would definitely be a comeback. I mean, considering the positions that they have put themselves in. So that's what I would say. Bloodline cricket. Now, yes, coming to the comment that Atul mentioned. So yes, Atul, please, it would be great. Just let us know how you got to know about our channel. And yes, Travis Head, the point I was mentioning in the right at the beginning of the live, that Travis Head has been a headache for India and across formats, not just a one format. It has been a consistent problem. So yes, Saptarshi.
Yeah. So I mean, Travis said, to be honest, over the last 1 year. Okay, so he's saying from Twitter. Okay, nice man. So you got from
Nice,
Twitter,
nice.
and
And
did you
hope you have
subscribe,
got
man?
to
Please.
chance to, yes, watch our other content, and please consider subscribing if you like our
Yeah,
content.
please consider subscribing the channel. I hope we would be able to really entertain you with our contents. And if you want IPL related contents, it's also there. We have posted reviews of the auction and all those things.
And
So yeah,
please
coming back
share
to
it
your,
with your friends as well. That would be
yeah,
helpful.
surely. So yeah, coming back to, yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks, man. So yeah, coming back to your comment. See, over the last 2 years or so, I mean, Travis said I've seen him being afraid of only one bowler, if I remember correctly, and that was Mitchell Stark, because he didn't even take strike in that IPL final. Afraid of Mitchell Stark, and I think he's averaging maybe in single digits against Mitchell Stark. So yeah, apart from that, he doesn't fear anyone, be it Bumrah, be it Rashid Khan. He will go after, even if he loses wicket, he loses wicket. But he will go after, be it a final match, be it a group stage match. He doesn't care. And once he starts going, bang, bang, bang. Even in the T20 World Cup, I remember he smashed Bumrah for three fourths in that power play. So yeah, he's that kind of a player. I mean, see, Travis Head is not a technically perfect player. He has his issues, but he knows to maximize his strengths and minimize his weaknesses. And he has immense courage. He doesn't. He's sort of a gutsy player, and he always likes to put on display his chutzpah and his sort of confidence and his immense confidence in his abilities. He's not, even if a Bumrah is bowling, a Rashid Khan is bowling, Kagis Rabada is bowling. If it is in his zone, he will go for it, no matter what's the conditions, what's the situation, what's the stakes.
Okay, so Bloodline Cricket has a comment. Okay, okay, I got your point. Got your point. Okay, that's
Okay,
fine. That's
okay,
absolutely
sure,
fine.
sure, sure.
Hmm. Okay, guys. So also, just I would like to ask you guys that did you get a chance? So in the last span of 1 or 2 months, we had put enough, I think, close to some 20-25 videos on the IPL. And in case you got a chance, can you please comment that whether you found those videos, I mean,
Yeah,
entertaining, or did you like the
I
content?
think I think even Bloodline watched a couple of videos. So yeah, I mean, so also, can
Yeah.
I know your name? I mean, that will be better to refer. I think it's not. It doesn't sound good every time I'm asking you, hey, Bloodline.
Okay, so here's a comment. Let me just read it first. Naveen Hulak always manages to get Travis Head. Okay, beat ODI Cup, beat T20 Cup. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he was another
Naveen
bowler
ul
who
Haq. I
passed
mean,
Travis Head.
he is another guy who is full of aggression. And I remember he
Yeah,
in the IPL, he and I mean Virat and his encounter. So man, that was some
yeah, but
storyline going on.
I think finally Travis Head got hold of Naveen in IPL, but yeah, in T20 World Cup again he got him. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. He will have his. Okay, so you were only Sriram, cricket Sriram. Uh,
So there was another channel, Crick Ram. So Bloodline Cricket, was it I mean, is it a second channel of yours? Is it the case that you own both the channels, or is it some different channel? Then maybe his original name is Shriram. That can also be the case.
Yeah. So also, I mean,
Anyways, hmm.
did you watch our IPL videos? I mean, we posted 10 pre-auction video of 10 post-auction reviews, and then we posted some other IPL related videos also. Also, if you want, we can post some old IPL stories and something like that.
Yeah, and yeah, I remember that Bloodline Cricket has commented on few of our videos. So it's
Yeah, I
great to
think on
see.
one
But
KKR or
yeah,
SRH or RCB, I don't exactly remember, but he commented on one as far as I remember.
and did you like the analysis? That's what we want to know. Or are there any areas that we can improve on? Those are the things that we would really like to know, and that will help us better. I mean, better make our content better in the future and uh, meet your expectations. So yes, any feedback, any suggestion that you have, feel free to share.
Okay, okay. Sure, sure. No issues. Nice, nice initiative. Yeah, I think Ritik got disconnected or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
guys. I
yeah,
think I
it
somehow
was
got. Yeah.
it was his channel only. He also plans to do some analysis in Hindi in future.
Yeah, it's just started that channel because in future I am going to start analysis. That's great. That's great, and I wish you all the best for that. Surely.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Are there any more comments? Okay. So another one of our friends, Abhishek, has joined. So hi, Abhishek. And it
Hi,
seems that a lot more guys have joined in today as compared to the last few lives.
then it's fine. Then we can continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, I would like to go to
Yeah, so
Abhishek, and I ask the
two guys.
same question to Saptarshi. So Abhishek, do you feel that currently the workload is too much on Bumrah, and maybe Shami needs to come back to I mean make the balance better?
No, I was checking that after I think Shayad Mustaq Ali Trophy there was an Irani Trophy. I think then there was some Deoghar Trophy, then Ranji Trophy, then again Shayad Mustaq Ali Trophy. Let him play those tournaments and let
No, but I
India.
think yeah, but I was just discussing with Ritik. The reason maybe Bisya is not sending Shami. So if Ritik can also
Because
share some
I was watching
insights.
the Crickbuzz
Yeah, yeah.
with Dinesh
Yeah, so I
Karthik and
think
all.
maybe
They were also the same
BCCI
opinion
at the moment maybe not confident enough that whether Shami will be able to manage the workload because I mean bowling 4 overs in T20 and bowling 10, 15 overs in Australia and on hard decks is not the same. Maybe they are
I
not confident.
mm,
Okay, so I think Rajatava wants to join Saptarshi. So another one of our guy wants to
yes.
join.
So
Hi guys.
Hi
let me take.
Rajatava.
I'm opening the YouTube and I can take the comments. No, yeah.
No, no, it's
So
fine. You can, I mean, also pitch in whenever
yeah.
you feel like.
So
That's
my
for sure.
only point is that I think see Siraj and Rana bowled uh, very well in that first test. I think there was surely some flaws in the captaincy. I think I didn't see that form of attack which Bumrah made in the first test match, and with Rohit's captaincy, there are some serious issues. Like he's a great limited overs captain, but like you see that the Travis had some of the balls flew over slips and there was no slips. He just opened the field. You cannot be that much defensive if you are
Yeah.
bowling to Travis Head and ultimately if it's just a 50 run lead or even 100 run lead, it could have been a good cause for India, and which but some catch drops when where he was batting on 76. I think that made the case worse for India, and I believe that
Yeah,
is
Okay, so
we
let
have
me
a
take this
comment on Virat
comment.
Kohli. Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
Saptashi, please. Okay, Rajatava, you can take that comment. You since you guys just
yeah,
joined. Yeah.
yeah. Rajatavan, Abhishek, any one of you take.
Yeah, please.
Mm. Yeah, okay, so maybe I'll take the comment. Yeah, actually, I'm also kind of disappointed. I mean, he was looking in good touch, but the problem is Kohli is not getting the momentum. I mean, that's what I said in the previous lives, that probably the century in the Perth. I mean, I'm a huge Kohli fan myself, but probably the century in the Perth, it came at a point when India was already quite far ahead in the test.
Yeah, so that was a point which I and Ritik were also making. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
so
similar
yeah,
thoughts.
yeah, so I mean, maybe if I mean, like we know that Kohli can take pressure, but somehow something is not going
uh,
right in his. And also another thing is that I mean, like I don't entirely blame the team. They are playing a pink ball test after 2.5 years.
yes,
And yeah, so I mean, like and in my opinion, I think this is kind of an aberration. This test, if you take out Travis Head's innings, this is kind
yes,
of an aberration, because even if you take Manas Labuschagne. Labuschagne has not been performing consistently in the last few series, and he
Steve
comes to
Smith.
the pink ball. Yeah, he comes to the pink ball and he scores an odd 60 runs because he's good with the pink ball. And the Australian, I mean, even in the Australian domestic circuit, that was I was reading this somewhere that they play some limited overs matches with in day nights with pink ball as well. So they are well in touch and well in practice with the pink ball. Whereas this is like
Yeah, actually, they have
and
much better
Yeah,
exposure when
so
it
yeah, that
compared to India.
experience
yeah,
was
and
always
there
there
and
to count.
there should not be so much difference between the I mean between the behavior of the pink ball and the red ball when it comes to I mean test cricket. It is the same format and you feel like it's like a completely different game. So
I
I
was
mean,
just
like
one. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, please.
maybe Kookaburra or Dukes, whoever is, I think for Australian series
Dukes,
it's
I
usually
think
Kookaburra.
it's mostly used in English conditions, the Dukes
Yeah, yeah,
ball.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah,
so, 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 so Kookaburra, I think they should maybe try to do something with the white ball, because the white ball it lasts like 30, 40 overs. So maybe they can try to extend the life of the white ball for a couple of more overs, maybe for 25 more overs, and maybe then you can use white ball, because white ball is also equally visible under lights as well. And I mean, maybe in that case it would not be that much biased for the bowlers as it is right now, because Mitchell Stark was
Yeah,
also
so
completely out
another
of form in the previous test, and he comes and he takes 6 wickets in the
yeah,
first match. And Scott Boland, who was out of practice who was out of the Australian squad for quite some time, he comes in for his 11th test, and then Scott Boland becomes the god. So I mean, like I don't think this is normal. So
yeah,
I mean,
also, I mean,
this this
coming to
this
Scott
test can
Boland,
really, yeah.
there's one point I wish to make, that I always feel Scott Boland is that sort of a bowler you need to play like Pant played today. You need to get him off his mark, because he's sort of a bowler who bowls in that sort of a handkerchief length, and he will keep on pitching for six balls in that area. And if you can step out, hit him, maybe ramp him out or play some unconventional shot,
Because he
and
doesn't
then he
have that
tries
pace, so
and
you
then he
can do
starts
that.
trying
Yes,
variations. He's not someone who can bowl you a deadly Yorker or maybe bounce you out or bowl some
exactly.
variations. So he's sort of that kind of a bowler. I mean, Stark can do you. Stark can surprise you with a Yorker or maybe bowl you a bouncer, because he has those T20 skills. But Boland doesn't have that, or even that rampaging pace to bounce you out. So I think even England did that thing when he was pass bowled, and I remember Root and all those guys trying those reverse sweeps and everything,
no, I
and
think
then he was just
Pant
off his
played
mark.
him beautifully,
Yeah,
Boland.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
thing. I mean, if you are playing him from the crease, just trying to defend him, he just becomes unplayable, and that's the mistake I think Kohli also did.
I
yeah.
think,
I'll
but
add
I
one more
think
point.
yes, yes. Just
Yeah,
one
so
more.
just
Yeah,
let me take Bloodline's comment. He's been waiting for quite some time. Yeah, so Abhishek can take this comment.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just one point that yeah, he's telling that exactly. That's my concern. That when Team Kohli stood up at 20 for three, but in the overseas, but that was a few years ago. My only question is that yeah, he's talking about that innings when India was under control, but you have to also remember that time the pitch cracked up and the new ball came up. So it was the kind of situation I think Kohli faced today only at Adelaide with the new ball. So I think that was one of our great innings and taking that India lead, and to a certain extent, which through which India can win. So I think that was yes, but consistency is definitely a factor with him nowadays in test, especially about test cricket. But as Sabdashi mentioned correctly, that I think because he was, if you watched closely second innings, he was leaving the balls beautifully, and I think he was more comfortable against Stark and Pat Cummins. But
Yeah, even in the
yes,
WTC final, we saw when he was driving star given Lion, and then Boland came.
yes.
Boland kept on bowling that for
So
slip stump line
and
and
I was
tied
listening,
him
yeah,
down, and
and
then
I was
he
listening to
tried
the
at him.
commentators. So he comes through the angle, and he when through his angle, it seems that he that the ball is coming towards you. So you have to play that. You don't have that, so you cannot leave that ball. So I think that was not a technical fault which Kohli has, but I think that was some beauty of a ball. So you cannot do of that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, and I also
the
refuse to
only
believe that on a pitch where Jasprit Bumrah on the first day under lights, they got Australia under lights with Marnus Labuschagne and Nathan McSweeney, two of the players who were off form. McSweeney, he did not perform well in his debut, and Marnus Labuschagne, he was under tremendous pressure. So that was the time when Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj and Harshit Rana could have pounded upon the team in the
and
twilight
catch
phase.
miss. Rohit Sharma like fielding also slips. He missed a
Yeah,
simple catch. I don't know that if if catch was taken, he could have brought Smith early and head. Who knows, head early, because
yeah,
head
yeah,
with new ball,
yeah,
he could
I
have
agree.
given taken like taken him out. Now that's
Yeah,
my
but
question: is that
yeah,
we
but
were 180 runs in Perth Test, we were 150 runs, and still and with a good batting conditions, we managed to get them all out.
yeah, that's what
But
I'm saying. Yeah, that on a pitch where Jasprit Bumrah is finding it difficult to decode, and Scott Boland somehow comes out of nowhere and becomes the demigod for Australia. So I mean, it does not make sense to me. I think when we go to the go back to the red ball in Brisbane, I think I mean the game will be
yes, that's what I
played on a
wanted to
fair,
mention.
yeah, on a level ground.
As Rajatava correctly mentioned, I think yes, we shouldn't tell be too harsh on India because India doesn't play them the pink ball as much as Australian team. So I think I think this was one of the frontiers which India needed to conquer. They couldn't, unfortunately, but I
Yeah,
think the series is still
there's
left.
also a
Yeah, but
couple
it
of
is fine.
comments. Yeah,
I think Melbourne and Sydney, India is in an advantageous position already.
Yeah.
But I think in Brisbane also, if India can get back the confidence like they came back in Perth from the 3-0 whitewash in Australia, I don't think they will carry the baggage. They're all professional players. Only just Rohit Sharma just needs to get back into his proper mind space, and he needs to decide whether he wants to continue as a test captain or as a test batter, because he has neither been contributing as a captain
Rohit
much
Sharma has
nor as a nor as a
yes,
yeah.
batsman.
If you can take this comment, so Ritik.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm taking this comment now. I blame BCCI for this. BCCI should add a pink ball test compulsory in every series. We are not used to play with the pink ball. See,
exactly.
that's the point. That's the point. And I mean, since I mean, once the third test match starts, the third, fourth, fifth, they are going to be more. I mean, it is going to be more level playing field because see, red ball. I think India, Australia, they both have the same similar kind of exposure, but pink ball definitely Australia has much more exposure as compared to India. So yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the question: why
I
BCCI
believe
agrees to play
Praguva
on
needs
that?
to do something to bridge the gap between the movement and the behavior of the pink and the red ball, or
Mm.
Australia or India needs to figure out, or the other teams, they need to figure out like how to deal with the pink ball test, and maybe play a couple of domestic matches so that the players are in touch, or maybe add one in the Indian series. But again, the thing is that in Indian series you don't exactly play in this bouncy conditions or in this swinging conditions. We have more like a spinning track.
Yeah, even if
So
India arranges a ping ball, they have to arrange it on some pitches like maybe Dharamshala or
Dharamshala
Eden,
or
Yeah,
where the
Eden.
exactly.
ball is doing a bit. You like you do it on a spinning pitch, and with the ball like not coming off much, it will skid on viciously like it happened with Aksar, and it will turn into a spinning minefield. So you won't get that same sort of conditions, same simulation.
exactly.
Exactly.
And
That
one more,
catch
I
missed
think,
by Pant. Yeah,
yes.
that proved costly for sure. That proved costly.
Is he talking about the McSweeney one or the head one? So we need to
I think
tell.
the head one.
But
Yeah,
definitely,
if you can
both
just
were costly.
confirm.
Yes,
Yeah.
The head one, I think, was sort of a misjudgment. It just went between the slip and keeper.
because
And yeah, and also one where it
but
was the
that
catch
shouldn't
of
happen
Rohit,
actually.
but it was the catch of Rohit, but Pant, I mean, he was diving in for that catch. That could have been avoided, I think.
But still, Rohit should have taken that catch. So that's why Siraj's catch drop. That time Pant head was batting on 76. Ashwin just trapped him beautifully, and he dropped that catch. So you cannot
Yeah.
complain.
Actually, the difference between India and Australia's innings
Yeah,
is Travis Head. I mean, I still have a hope. I still have a very faint hope, since I mean, like Yashasvi Jaiswal and Pant's, their templates kind of matches with the template that Travis Head plays with. That you go play fearless cricket, you swing your bat, it does not matter whether you edge and it goes, over the slips into the boundary, or I mean, it does not matter how the ball goes to the boundary. Travis Head is like a person who just wants to get the runs quickly. So I think Rishabh Pant also has a template. The only thing is that India does not have many wickets left in the bank. So if Rishabh Pant and Nitish
Exactly.
Kumar Reddy can pull up a show, and maybe fingers crossed, I'm hoping that if they can stitch like a 150 run partnership, that's too much to ask for. Of course, I know. Then and
But today the conditions will be easy to bat compared to under lights.
yeah, exactly. So tomorrow the
But if we don't
conditions
have
will
the
be easy.
wickets, I was hoping
Yeah,
that at least Rohit Sharma will stay, or at least Gill.
no,
So I
actually,
think
yeah,
Gill
I
See,
part
think
will
Rohit
be
Sharma never
discussed.
looked comfortable. He almost got out on that second or third delivery only, which was a no ball, I think. Though it
No, I
was
think
sort
that
of an
was a
inside
nice.
edge, but he,
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean,
yeah,
anyways, he never looked comfortable. Even in the first ball, he tried to pull and got an inside edge onto his shin area, I think. So yeah,
I think I
if
don't know.
Bloodline,
Yeah.
yeah, he's saying Kolkata and Ahmedabad. No, there was another one in Chinnaswamy. It was in March 2022 against Sri Lanka, where Shreya Shah scored 92. It was the last test of Suranga Lakmala, as far as I remember.
yes,
Okay.
So I
Okay.
think also I
So
think
Dimuth Karunaratne scored 100 in that test. I remember in fourth innings.
right.
also I think Shubman Gill's also performance should be like he is looking good for 20s and 30s and then getting out, and he's touted to be the next
Yeah,
Virat Kohli.
it was a
I'm
really
very
good,
much
Yeah.
disappointed.
really good delivery. It was a really
It
good
was
delivery.
really good delivery, but I think it was. I was seeing somewhere the stat that
Exactly.
he has
Nitish,
an
tell me.
average of eight against the incoming balls. So if we, at this level, if you cannot play incoming balls, I think
Yeah,
it's a
then
very serious issue.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's saying about
I'm just
Nitish Reddy.
really
This guy
hoping if
looks.
these two
This guy
free
looks
kick
a good
guys, if they can,
prospect.
yeah,
Yeah. This guy
if
looks
these two
con.
guys can put up a
And
freakish performance.
sometimes, yes, and sometimes I think you should think out of order. If you know that Bolland is getting trouble, why don't you send Rishabh Pant at four and make the ball old instead of sending Virat Kohli? So why are you always following the same template? So this is also some of the things that I think I would suggest that BCCI should look into, because Kohli at this stage of age, you cannot expect him always to come at 50 for 3 and score a 150 at the age of 36 years of age. So he has to give him some proper what to say,
So do
like
you
the first
suggest
test.
Kohli coming in at, let's say, number six, the currently what Rohit is doing?
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
Also
and
in
then
the
he can play shots freely.
yeah, the batting order is also
Yeah, but
lacking
maybe
flexibility.
India also thinking that they don't want to expose Pant, who is sort of a match winner to at this
See,
stage
yeah.
to the new ball.
anyways, Pant has to come early, so why not at four? Anyways, he has to
Exactly.
come. He has to come.
Yeah,
He's
but
come.
they're maybe hoping that if Virat can just grind out, because Virat anyways won't play like Pant, he won't hit sixes for fun.
Yeah,
So if he can
but
grind
in the
out that
second
period,
innings, yeah,
Because Pant
India should have been more
after,
flexible. I mean, like I
yes,
would say that when you know that you have a 150 run
and we,
deficit in the
yes,
second innings, so
yes,
and you know that Rohit Sharma will try to defend. So you can just tell him, you go out, you play your template, you score like 20, 30 runs, odd runs, whatever you can. I mean, like the reckless cricket he was playing for the last few matches. You go out, you score some runs, you hit the ball hard, you try to make it old as soon as possible. If you get out, that's fine. If you don't get out, then you continue playing. So I mean, that should have been the template today. And you save a solid batter like KL Rahul for some, I mean, for the middle order. So there should
and
be some flexibility in the
the
play.
same with K. Rahul. I didn't get that. What that? Why that was the shot needed for that pull shot? That's what I find the issue with K. Rahul. He has lot of technique and temperament, but he is never consistent in overseas tours. I think we have discussed this point extensively in our previous videos. He will score a wonderful 77 at Perth, but when it comes to this test match, he
Yeah.
falls deeply in the first innings after looking good, and the second innings also. You could have left that ball because Pat Cummins deliberately bowled that
That
bouncer
was I mean, way outside the leg stump.
way
I mean, that
outside the
was
left time. I don't know why what he
yeah,
was
he just tried
looking
to
for.
guide it to fine leg and got out.
This is the issue I find with KL Rahul, that once he looks good, then why he is not consistent throughout the series. So
Sapna should take this comment.
yeah. Yeah,
Maybe.
Saptashi, please. Hmm.
Yeah, when Rohit walked in already. Yeah, I mean the conditions, Rohit's form, temperament, mindset, and I think also see Rohit was never a confident guy in overseas, but I mean, even I remember the 2013 tour, he left a ball on middle stump to Delstein and it got uprooted.
I think
But
the Rohit Sharma's
anyways, I
best
mean,
overseas series was against
yeah,
England. I think
England
he played
2021 was his best tour, but I think post
really
the
well.
COVID, particularly when he got captaincy to meet the current demands of white ball cricket, he sort of modified his game and now he plays more like an attacking batter, the modern age batters going after the ball from the word go. And at this stage of his career, I think he's prepared his muscle memory to adapt himself to that kind of a game where he will go for the shots instinctively, just see the ball, hit the ball, and once he's adapted his muscles to that sort of a game, it's really difficult to change his game accordingly according to the format at this stage of his career. Develop two sorts of a game at this stage of his career, I think it's a bit difficult. And to be honest, Rohit Sharma's future also, I don't see him continuing a lot. Maybe he will continue for this BGT, then if India goes to the WTC final he will play, and I think hope that he should consider hanging up his boots in this format.
Yeah, at least Rohit Sharma, I think it, if he doesn't perform that well, because no, I can still treat him as a player because we don't have that much youngsters nowadays who's playing well. So I would still, but as a captain, I have huge doubts on him.
No,
He
I think if he
opens the
leaves,
field.
there will be some. I mean, he's playing at six, so they can play someone like a Jurel who look decent in the warm up games. Sarfaraz also have
Yes,
doubts on his ability overseas.
overseas.
Hmm.
So yeah, you should nurture players. So you're already nurturing Jaswal, and Gill should play a bit consistent. He should score big runs. I was expecting Gill was playing so well, and then both the innings,
And
some
then
lazy,
India should
and the
also look
commentators were also
for a
analyzing.
solid number
It
three
was very
because
lazy kind of a shot. It was very lazy kind of a, especially in the first innings.
Also, I mean, we
The
were
first
having
innings,
discussion about that England New Zealand test, and I mean, New Zealand after
Yeah,
troubling India so much in India, now they are losing by some
at
yeah,
home.
300 400
that
runs.
is
They
yeah,
will
that
lose
I
at
is
home.
think,
yeah, that is what I was saying. That is what I was saying. That every other team is trying to push India to the WTC final is India, and India is like you first.
I think New Zealand's only aim is how to like India will
Spoil,
not win
spoil,
any
spoil,
tie.
spoil, spoil the
Sport
party of
for India. The business will not go, and they
Yes.
will also not go.
So the bait guy is here.
Hi, Shubhradeep.
Shub, Shubhradeep. Sri Lanka will still win, even if I mean, even if they don't, you will still have to treat us because Australia is
Yeah.
winning. So either ways,
Anyway,
So what is the score? I didn't. Okay.
128 for 5,
191.
I think. Okay.
I mean,
191 for
Sri
Okay.
two.
Lanka Sri
South
Lanka had a
Africa.
very bad collapse today morning.
Yeah.
I think Lord Bavuma is on a roll after the comeback.
Yeah, I don't see India standing a chance against this South Africa in the WTC final if it is to be held in
Exactly.
England.
Exactly.
So I
But
would
then
rather
they are South Africa, so
They are
you
South
can hope.
Africa, and India won a match against the South Africa, like when they toured in South Africa like earlier this year. So
Yeah,
India won almost more. I mean, India won most of the useless games against Australia, and they lost the World Cup final and WTC final. They won the last three
That's the thing.
BGTs. They won the Test in Perth. They won the group stage game in World Cup. They won the Super 8 game in the T20 World Cup. I think, and they won the bilateral series that won the ODI one before the World Cup and the T20 one after the World Cup, and then they lost the ones that were most important. They lost the WTC final, they lost the
Mm.
World Cup final, and now they lost the
They were
Adidas League
about
so
to
final.
that's
lose the
one common.
T20 World Cup final, but fortunately they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let me
yeah.
take
I
that
only
comment.
believe in
Virat
Jassi Bhai.
Kohli.
Yeah, bloodline cricket.
Virat.
yeah, if you have
Virat
any
Kohli.
new questions, like new persons
Yeah,
are also
we have a
watching, so if you
question.
could also
We have a
comment,
question actually. We have a
so
Yeah,
question
that
now.
yeah.
would be
So
great.
I mean, as we say, any questions, not just India, Australia, any game, any cricket related question you can ask.
Virat
We
Kohli
But
can
is not
but
currently
WTC.
playing up to his mark. Or he should hit 200s. Yeah, I also believe that after that 100, he should have. I mean, we can expect definitely more
I mean, I
Yeah,
hundreds,
I
mean,
but
I
think
mean,
maybe
I mean,
maybe
guys,
not
red
not
ball
100, but
will
we
11 is
one
not
expected,
more.
we
11
were
is
telling
at
that he
least
will not
40,
score any
50.
100.
Yeah, at least 40, 50 something. I mean, like
Yes.
11 is not doing.
So
11 is not. It's not. I
I
mean,
think I think
enough
yeah, I
contribution.
think in Gabba he is coming. I think Gabba we can expect. The thing is that if he hits 50, he will hit 100. So he has to cross that 50 mark.
yeah, no, normally his conversion rate is pretty good. I mean, once
His
he gets
conversion
past
rate
that,
has been one of the
yeah.
best, I think, in the world. I think.
No,
So
I think I'll still go for 4-1 for India because I mean, like this
I think
red ball, the pink ball
still
is
I
an
would go
aberration.
with 3-2 to be on the safer side, and
hmm,
not 4-1. But
I will go with
but I have
four
a
one.
question. Will that
I don't
will
think
three
I
two
don't think red
that
ball.
will 3-2 damage India's chances for the World Test Championship final? Yes,
I
the
think Sri
series is
Lanka need
No,
to beat
with
important.
three
Australia
two, with
in the
3-2, I
series
think they are
1-0 at least.
with 3-2 they are going most probably. I think
Yeah.
with 3-1 they can get out. India can get out only on one condition: if Sri Lanka wins this Test match, South Africa wins two
Hmm.
against Pakistan, and Sri Lanka wins two
No,
against Australia.
let I'm assuming South Africa is going. So now the competition is between Sri
Yeah,
Lanka,
so then
Australia, and
then
India.
then even 3-1 will do.
Pakistan
Three
will
one
try
will
their
do.
best to spoil the party, but the thing is that I don't think any of the tests will go to the
Mhm.
fifth day and end in a draw
I think now I have
because
to support.
yeah, because
Start wearing Pakistan t-shirts.
because no, I'm happy to not play a WTC final, but I'm not wearing the jersey of an arch rival.
So yeah, yeah. I think, but yeah, if you would talk to me, I think India versus South Africa will be. I would be looking for more rather than India versus Australia and losing to them once more.
India versus Australia is not happening. It is either Australia
No,
versus
that's
South
not
Africa or
happening.
India versus
That's not happening.
South
Yeah,
Africa.
Either one
Having
will
said,
go.
I
yeah,
think those
either one.
four matches lost at home would be a big difference. Big difference. That's gonna cost
The
us.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
first match
New Zealand has
against
always
England.
been that sort of a team. They won't win themselves, but they won't allow India to go do something good.
Yeah. They have
Three
a
Rohit
problem
matches
with
Sharma,
lost,
India.
well captain,
and that one
he
match against England. So those four matches,
Yeah, so
if India
Shubhradeep
could
is
have.
commenting
bloodline
something.
cricket. Rohit himself today did not even believe on Jassi Bhai. He took away Travis. He took away Bumrah when Travis said was coming.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what kind
So
of
that's
belief
what.
did he show in Jassi Bhai?
And I think Sunil Gavaskar made a very good point that the one captain who is captained in your absence is captaining, then he should be made the captain, and Rohit should have played as a player because uh, that was
So
Gavaskar's point.
then my question is that who do you see as a potential test captain for India?
Bumrah, like Pat Cummins,
Bumrah,
Bumrah.
Okay.
maybe
Yeah, I think
Bumrah, and
Bumrah will be
then
the
maybe
I'm
candidate. But
always
the
in.
thing with
Yuzvendra
Bumrah
Chahal
is, will you
and
play
Keelan
him
Subhash Gill.
always? Will you play him even in those home tests when you are playing against a Bangladesh, against a Sri Lanka, West Indies at home? Will you
Yeah,
still
Pat
play him?
Cummins.
yeah.
Pat
I think
Cummins is playing
Virat or
almost
Shubman
every test match.
can do the
But Bumrah is
stand-in
injury
captain.
prone. I mean, there's always
Hmm.
a fear around Bumrah. I mean, today also he fell down once, and everyone was saying like, "Ek minute ke liye, you know what?"
Yeah. I mean, we are that dependent on him. That's the issue. So yeah. Okay. So Shubhradeep has a question. Even Bloodline Cricket has a question. So let's take one of the comments.
Your
Yes.
bloodline ones, I think he made already answer. So let's take Shubhradeep.
Okay.
I think
Okay. Make
Shubhradeep.
Bumrah
I
captain.
think Conway will retire after this. No, not Conway. Khwaja will retire after this.
Yes.
Okay.
So he has.
I think
I think
Khwaja
he
will
has
retire.
great services for Australia. I think some of the politics has played a part for him not playing that much cricket, but he has been a great opener for
Khwaja's
Australia.
contributions cannot be understated for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
Especially
Langer.
Okay.
he has been the
So hmm.
only opener who has been holding the fort for Australia over the last few years.
So
The others have been coming and going.
so that's what I'm telling. If you have just one batsman scoring the bulk of runs for
Hmm.
you, you cannot be a great test team in future. At least in India, 3-4 people scored 50. But
Yeah. So
see Australia.
who looks the best opener at this point of time in Test cricket, or top
Jaiswal,
three, if I ask you?
Jaiswal,
Here
inconsistent but Jaiswal.
I would say yeah, Jaswal and KL Rahul also.
You're saying for India or across all teams?
Across.
Overall, I'm asking
Okay. Okay.
across all the nations.
I think
Uh,
Ben Duckett is pretty good, I would say. I
Yeah,
feel.
Ben Duckett, you can say.
Yeah,
I
but then again,
like
he's not consistent. The
yes.
consistency is the main problem.
I like to see Sam
But I
Ayub
think
playing.
Duckett average is decent. I think
Yeah. I mean,
averaging
at
what
least recently he's been good.
41. He's averaging 41, I think. So that's decent. 40.9. Yeah.
I remember Zach Crowley was doing pretty good. I mean, especially
But at
strike
this
rate
moment,
was.
he's
I think now his
struggling.
form has gone down a bit. I think Zach
Yeah.
Collins.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
that's the
would say
point.
Ben Duckett, Jaiswal is there. I won't keep Rahul only for the reason that
Uh,
he is so much inconsistent. He brings out those great
Yeah.
knocks in between, but then he again goes
Mm-hmm.
down. So it's just like up and down his career goes.
I would
Jaspal
yeah. I
maybe
think I
Duckett.
would as a future star. Or I would like to watch Sam Ayub from Pakistan. He has that Jaswal kind of mindset. So I like him watching play. So
Nisanka, yes. Nisanka has been pretty good
Batu
actually.
Nisanka,
Nisanka has done.
But
Did you take
yeah,
this?
but
Nisanka
he's also
came back in Test
inconsistent.
cricket. Yeah,
He's
but
also inconsistent.
he made a
Did you
comeback in Test cricket in Oval, got that 100. But again, Craig Brathwaite also has been hot and cold, but he's sort of a mediocre player only, I guess, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
did you just
if I
comment on
come to the
bloodline
Fab
cricket?
Four, who among the Fab Four is the most consistent? I think Root. I mean, last few
At
years.
this point, Root.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
this point, Root,
Let's.
if you just consider
Or you
test
can even
matches,
say
yeah.
Kane, but he scores most of his runs in home.
That's the point.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, no. I want people who score everywhere, so it's Root. You
It's
can tell
Root.
that Kane has a
Across
good
all
average and all.
conditions. Yeah.
I
One
think Root
point
was
of
only
time,
not Root was only out of form in India. I think even then he scored
no, no, he was
in one,
no,
one
he
test.
no. The problem with Root, I would say that if you talk overseas, he scores one match and he scores so big that people forget. If you talk about Pakistan, he scored double century, I think, or
262,
triple
yes.
250
century.
he
I don't
scored,
know.
and then
Then the
Yeah.
5 innings
250
he flopped, but he scored a
for
double
five
century.
innings,
So
four
people,
innings, I guess. Yeah. So, anyways, I mean,
yes.
last two matches.
So I
Yeah,
think that's the problem. So everybody is struggling. So
yeah,
overseas,
so my question is, what is the problem? Like Virat Kohli is also, I mean, like he has been hot and cold. He scored a 70, then he had 4 bad innings,
Hmm.
and then I think 5 bad innings. Then he scored a century. Now I think he has scored 1 7 and 118. So I think like the free and Steve Smith, I don't remember the last time he scored big, honestly. And Kane Williamson, he has been scoring pretty decently in this series. I think
Hmm.
not in this match, but in the previous
Yeah,
match.
at this point, I would say Fab Four, Root has been the most constant. Virat has been hot and cold. Kane, absolutely hot at home, absolutely cold away.
and
And
Smith,
Smith,
no
again,
clues, no clues.
yeah.
See, I don't,
Smith scored, yeah,
Okay.
that was one great knock.
I don't want to
That was
jinx
one
Smith.
great knock, which
Yeah, I don't want
Supradeep
to
is
jinx
saying.
Smith because
He is
With
that
if
with
Shamar
Smith
West
Dusel
Indies,
comes
match.
and starts
Yeah,
holding the
Shamar
fort,
Dusel
then
match.
but out of
more
how many
jinx.
matches? Out of how many matches?
I think
Yeah,
that
I
was
I
more,
think,
think
more
10,
than
15 innings.
1 year ago. Yeah, that was more than one
I
year
think
ago.
I think same was with Head also. I think he was having just 115 innings, and here comes Captain Rohit Sharma and just he made him again come back to form.
Yeah.
I was seeing just 115 innings, just
Just
150,
6 innings ago, he's saying. Okay, so that Gabba innings was 6 innings ago. Okay.
Only
and
six at home, right?
no,
Maybe.
he flopped in New Zealand. I remember. Then so New Zealand has lost to Australia also. I think at home 2-0. I remember. I think
yeah.
earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's the thing.
They
I
only
mean,
won
that's the
against
thing.
South Africa C team.
Yeah. I mean,
yes,
India has been, I don't know, New Zealand has been their one of their biggest nemesis recently. I have to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
and
I think like it's like a cycle. Like New Zealand struggles against India, Australia struggles against. I mean India struggles
India
against New
struggles
Zealand,
against New Zealand. Yeah.
Australia against
Yeah,
India.
so Shubhradeep is saying Smith scored that 91, then he played just 4 innings at against New Zealand, and then he came to Perth. So it's not
Okay,
long
mm,
ago he
Okay.
scored the 91.
okay.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Shubhradeep also, I will like to ask you who among you is looks the most impressive at this point among the Fab Four. We were giving our opinions. I would like to know yours.
But yeah. But if you consider me
I mean,
overall,
yeah,
overall
in red ball,
in red
because
ball,
in
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
because
I mean, white ball. There's no question. Three of the
I
four
mean,
don't
Yeah.
even
no.
play a lot of white
I
ball.
think
If you
even if
just if you just
even
talk
if you
about
talk about
overseas,
overall, yeah, even if
I
you think
think I
overall,
think
I
there is
think
no match to
Virat
Kohli. I
Kohli is
think
miles away. Yeah,
I think there is
yeah,
no match because Root has still to conquer Australia. Smith has still not. Sorry, Williamson has still no century in South Africa. And so if you talk about overall, I think it would be
No, but
Kohli.
if Roots Australia average and I think Virat's England average are mostly similar in 35, 36, something of that sort.
But that you can tell mostly from that one series. But if you compare, Root has the same number of 50s and hundreds as
Okay,
Virat
that's
Kohli has.
interesting. That's interesting. He's saying a bit biased towards Kane, but Kane is not great
That's
overseas.
interesting.
If you, hmm,
yeah, because
So
of the
I
खड़ा
just
भी
so
खड़ा हूँ आज भी वही, that
yes.
smiling, the
So
cap down
my point
when
is
he
that
like.
yeah, if you talk about the entire big picture, I think it is Kohli. But yes, definitely Root is one of the great players, and he has
hmm,
scored everywhere. But that dominance in Australia is still remaining. From
Yeah, but
if you talk,
that what I was saying. Everyone I think has some weaknesses. I mean, Root has got some good knocks. He's not got that 100, but that average looks similar to what Kohli is in New Zealand. I don't remember. New Zealand I'm not judging because they don't play enough. But in England, Kohli also 30 or 35,
yeah,
I think, and
hmm,
Root
but that
here
but
35,
yeah.
36.
So you my question is that you consider 50 plus a good knock, right? So Root has the
Yeah, but
same
I'm
number
saying the
50s,
averages look almost similar, right?
but that is just compared to the 2014 that average, right? And one series you can have it a bad series, but to look at the overall picture, I think Kohli
But
has
I'm
also
looking at the
1000.
average overall. Okay, so even Root also maybe he was having some bad series, but
No, I think
I'm
the
looking at
problem. I think
average
Root
over
has done well.
10,
I think
15
Root
matches.
whenever has India Root has stood India, he has got that 50-60 in one match to keep his average good. But sometimes averages also don't tell you a clear story. That's what my point is.
Exactly.
So
Because
what is
New
Root,
Subradip
Zealand
saying?
don't play often.
see, Root scored 200 in that innings against Chennai. I remember that was a great knock. But then he was mostly flop. If you take the average, it will always
Hmm.
come more than 50. But that doesn't tell
Yeah,
you clear picture, right? So that's my point is.
Yeah, Shubhradeep has a good
yeah.
point actually. New Zealand don't play often, so for Kane it's not easy to get the momentum always. Even two test series that New Zealand all play always, he has to fire. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure. Subradip, I would also, since you are on the viewer side, I would like to ask your opinion that overall, how would you rank the Fab Four? Since we are having a discussion on this topic, it's good to know your
And
opinion
basically,
also.
mostly overseas, yeah.
And
Hmm.
please don't be biased towards anyone, just say from a neutral point of view.
And also my question would be that how
Yeah,
many runs for this
I think the
partnership
list.
tomorrow?
I think the list should start from two, right? Because we all know what number one is. Because if you're saying
Okay,
overall,
okay, maybe the three then. In
yeah,
which order? I mean the
yeah. So
relative order.
Smith,
Hmm.
Root, and Williamson. 2, 3, 4.
Really?
I mean, like you. I mean, you need to organize. That's not my order.
Williamson is a great test player. He has the technique, but unless he scores in overseas, I will. And he has just now the twilight of his career. He will never be in my um even top four also. To be very honest,
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah,
Okay.
so let us see what Subradip
do you guys
comments.
see Rohit Sharma?
Yeah, so
Uh,
आज बहुत लोग आ रहा है अभी कोई देख रहा
nice,
है
nice, nice. Yeah. So do you guys see Rohit Sharma beyond
आज काफी
this
लोग देख रहे हैं
WBC
एक्चुअली,
cycle?
कोई नहीं देख रहा, आज काफी लोग देख रहे हैं हमारे लाइव, सो थैंक्स फॉर दैट. एनीवे,
Yeah,
या.
Jacob Bethel. I mean, he is also played well, though I don't know how far they will keep him. Also,
I'm
there's a
hoping that
thing. I
extra
mean,
four
when
is
Jamie
added to
Smith
the
comes
India's
in,
innings.
whom they will drop? That's a thing I'm wondering. When Jamie Smith comes in, whom they will drop and who will move up to number three. So that's maybe Ben Stokes
so
himself can move up
unfortunately,
to
yeah,
number three. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I
कोई
think it's
देख
very
रहा है?
late hours in Indian time when this match happens. So if you're
Yeah.
still watching the match, it's great.
कोई देख रहा है? Do you remember this guy? I mean,
Ah, yeah, I remember.
Siraj hit a four in the first innings. I think that is the 4 runs that Jacob Bethel was missing
Okay.
because Siraj was
Yeah, so
not supposed
Yeah.
to score runs.
Shubhradeep, are you thinking a lot? I mean, still no comments.
I think Subhadeep left us alone.
And yes, so koi dekh raha, I would like to ask. So since it seems that you are an avid test cricket fan. So what's your take on India's performance today, India Australia match? You are pretty excited about the England New Zealand match. I can see that. And any thoughts about the India Australia match today? It's great, guys. And once again, a big thanks to all of you because the way you have been interactive today. I mean, it was missing
Mm,
the last few
just
lives, but today
be
has
like
been,
this in the
yeah.
next lives also, because
And that's
you
the
can
reason
give
one
us
hour
the
has passed, and I can hardly feel that. I can hardly feel
uh,
the span of time that has passed. Yeah.
Travis Tulla, when you are going to stop bashing my team?
when Rohit Sharma is not the captain.
That's a hack, actually. I mean, so that's kind of a cheat code. So you don't make Rohit the captain, and then maybe
You
Travis
don't
said
play
don't
Rohit.
score.
You
You
don't play
don't make
Rohit.
Rohit scored near
Yeah,
means in the ground
maybe.
also.
No one should even show him some photo from the stands. If he somehow sees Rohit Sharma's face, he will start bashing.
Rohit Sharma should wear a mask, I think.
Because I think in 2018 also, I think was Rohit present in 2018? I think one two matches, and head was there.
Yeah, very very angry by Virat Kohli.
Hmm.
Yes,
So a lot of people are disappointed. I mean, seeing
especially
Virat
I am
not.
also because he was leaving the ball so well. But as I mentioned, you cannot do
No, but
anything of that
yeah,
ball.
yeah, no. But the point is, I mean, like Virat Kohli has, I mean, he has delivered under pressure for the last 10, 12 years. You cannot
Because
expect him to deliver
expect
every
him.
single time. Yeah, every single time India is under a collapse, I mean, and Virat Kohli cannot deliver. Everything is on Virat Kohli.
And that's the reason why I was also feeling for Bumrah from the bowling department. Again, the same thing.
Exactly, exactly,
Every
exactly.
time, why is only Bumrah going to deliver? I mean, when are the others going to step up and share the workload?
And others are stepping up when Bumrah is taking the wickets. But if Bumrah is not able to give the breakthrough,
No,
then
I think Siraj was pretty decent today. He was
A
he was
bit
18 and a
decent.
unlucky,
half
I would
overs in the
say. A
middle.
bit unlucky,
Yeah,
I would say,
he was.
Siraj. Considering the way he bowled.
I think Siraj should have taken the wicket of Travis Head in the very first or second over because the balls were moving like a couple of centimeters
And
away from the bat.
yeah, and you saw the frustration after he dismissed him eventually. So
I
yeah.
loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I mean, anytime you see the stumps of Travis Head going off, I mean, you see him getting caught out, you see him getting run out, you see him getting stumped. Nothing gives more satisfaction than his stumps getting, destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
can
think
understand
I
where it's
think we
coming
could have
from.
troubled him with the new ball. I think, but that catch drop, um,
I
because
think
Travis said with old
I
ball,
mean, yeah, Travis Head getting caught does not make me,
Hmm.
happy. Even if India loses, I will remember Travis
So
Head got
you
bowled
want to see that
twice in two tests.
those stumps being rattling around.
and
I want to see the stumps being shattered. So when I was a
Okay.
young kid, I was playing cricket once and I was bowling to my father, and he was batting and he used to be a very good cricketer. I mean, he used to play in local clubs here, so he used to be a very good cricketer in my according to my standards. And somehow I bowled a very good Yorker and it hit right at the base of the off stump and it broke the off stump and I kept the base of the stump. So that was my souvenir that I bowled in. So that satisfaction. I mean, whenever I
Hmm.
see Travis Head getting bowled, so I get that satisfaction.
Yeah, for a bowler, I mean, getting a batsman bowled is of different compared to other
yes,
dismissals.
yes,
Yeah.
I
No,
think
no, especially the wicket of Travis Head. I mean, until I
Yeah.
die,
So come.
every day I see him getting bowled out, I will celebrate,
I think we should
no
call
Even
matter
if
Mir
no
he,
matter what
Hamza Mir Hamza back
situation.
from Pakistan when he did that
Yeah,
in the
no, I absolutely
MCG.
adore him as a batter. So I have two sides. I absolutely adore Travis Head as the batter, but since he, beat us in two ICC finals, every time I see his stumps getting off,
or maybe
it's like,
Navinul Haq. Navinul Haq also dismissed him.
We need to
No,
call
best
Naveen
thing,
Ulak.
best thing is hire his teammate only, Mitchell Stark. He will
yeah,
not
yeah,
even
Yeah.
take the strike.
yeah.
Yes,
I
give
think
him. But
Mitchell Stark in T20s is a phenomenal record against Travis Head. I think he bowled Travis Head in 5 innings and he has 5 golden ducks or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I
Anyway,
think I think today
BCCI is offering a better package. So I
I
mean, we
think
can
India was already
get
under
that.
pressure. I think what Rohit Sharma did, I think he was already under pressure. So that knock was coming on because I think 50 runs were remaining of the first trailing, and I think India bowled with the pressure to Travis Head. He didn't bowl them the bouncers. He has some weakness
Hmm.
against bouncer,
Okay,
and
we are getting a few comments. Okay, Abhishek, if you can take some of the comments. Yeah.
This is not a standard. It hurt me very
yeah,
much.
this is
I
not the
just gave
standard.
up
This hurt me very much.
hotel
I just,
hotel plans. Matlab? Can you elaborate? कोई देख रहा है?
So were
yes,
you planning to go to some hotel or restaurant with your friends? I think that's what you're referring to, is it?
yes, yes. I think so. Oh, don't be that
That
harsh on yourself.
I think you can celebrate in Brisbane.
yeah. But yeah, I'm a bit hopeful about tomorrow's. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but maybe a good partnership.
I'm a
I'm
bit hopeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit hopeful as well. I mean, like
I am a bit
If
hopeful.
India can cruise through the first two sessions, at least one and a half of them.
Oh, you are expecting too much.
Yeah, I mean
I,
that will
I'm
be the
I
best
would go
scenario if
sessions,
India can cruise through those
no,
sessions and then put Australia to
no.
chase
but
See,
some
trust me,
200 odd target under
yeah,
lights.
I
if
think
Mitchell Stark can
150 plus would be also difficult on fourth innings. That I
yeah
can tell.
if Mitchell Stark can bat so well with the ping ball, I don't see any reason why
Yeah,
Nitish
so the
Kumar
answer
Reddy
has
or
come.
Ravi Ashwin.
Okay. Smith, Root, Kane, or Virat. Okay.
No 4-1-2-3. Matlab
Number
Okay,
four
so
is
he's
it?
saying Kane or Virat will be one number three, number four sort of. I think he's saying.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is it specifically for tests or is it overall? I don't think
obviously,
it's overall.
Of
I
course,
don't
I
think
mean
so.
white ball don't even play that much. T20 तो खेलता ही नहीं, ODI फिर भी.
So
T20 they
okay,
don't
yes,
even get selected.
Hmm. So कोई देख रहा है, maybe his Saturday got
I would
ruined.
honestly like Rohit
Okay,
Sharma's
so he's saying
reinclusion into
both
the
will be
T20
number
team.
three. He's saying
Okay.
nothing can separate Virat and Kane from number three.
That's
Hmm.
I think. Uh, anyways,
I
I
don't see
don't
I
agree.
doubt.
untouched T20s.
Yeah,
I
I
doubt
don't
Hmm.
see
unless
I don't
just
see the point.
Sugadev just humble that Kane Williamson. If you compare overseas record, I don't want to say much, but yeah, it's personal opinion. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
yeah.
Also, so maybe we have almost done well. So I would like to ask one more question at the end. So the future Fab Four, we had a discussion previously
No, let's
also. So again, I would like to ask.
hmm,
One of them is Harry
maybe
Brook,
yeah.
according to me, and rest three I'm thinking. So give me some time.
Jaiswal,
Yeah,
I would say
Jaswal,
Haribut,
Harry Brook.
Jaiswal.
Mm,
The other two, I have
then
three names. I have three names: Rachin Ravindra, Tristan
Kamindu,
Stubbs, and Kamindu Mendis.
Kamindu. Yes, I was about to say this name, Kamindu. And
Tristan
another one
Stubbs. I
who
think
it
I
can
mentioned in one of the
be.
lives. Watch for him.
Yeah, I said Tristan Stubbs and Rachin Ravindra. Either of these two, maybe.
Yeah,
Okay, let me
they will
think.
be good players, but I don't I think that to live up to the legacy of the Fab Four will be very difficult. I mean, like,
Hmm.
just like we thought that Virat Kohli or Root still might, Smith or Kane, they would almost hit 50 centuries or 51
Okay, so
centuries
some comments
maybe.
are coming. So anybody can take the comment.
Yeah, let's take. I think pretty many comments actually. I want a
Today was a
batter.
Yeah,
Travis
so
Head
Yes.
masterclass. Yes, Siraj did.
Okay, हाँ कोई दिख रहा है as a comment. Siraj did a big mistake. He sledged wrong person. Already he slapped you. Please be aware of revenge by Travis Tulla. Okay.
I'm
okay.
not.
So
I don't. Yeah.
Shubhradeep is saying he won't keep Kamindu in Fab Four since he's an all rounder. He wants to keep proper batters. But Ravindra is also
Okay.
sort of an all rounder. I think he also
I think
bowls
he's
a
a
bit.
proper batsman only, but I think batsman is
Yeah, I mean,
main.
sort of a
Batting is
batter
his
who can
main.
bowl a bit,
Yeah, but
more like Sehwag and all.
yeah, but
See,
in
if
that
you
case,
see ICC
Root is also an
rankings,
all rounder.
you will feel that
Root is
Root is an all-rounder. Yeah,
Root is an
according
all
to
rounder.
ICC
Yeah,
rankings,
True.
he's in the top 10. By the way, top 10 list of all-rounders. Joe Root. So anyway,
yeah, exactly.
that's the thing.
But
I,
currently,
I
yeah.
कोई देख रहा है, I don't think Travis Head will trouble you anymore. I think his you know
But
thing is done. His damage is
I
done.
think Fab Four we always talk from the batsman batting point of view. I just wanted to know currently Fab Four from bowling, who you rate, and
Bumrah
in rank in order, all format. So,
Bumrah will
sorry,
in
surely be
test,
there.
tests.
test, test,
So
In
test, test.
yeah,
tests.
I'm limiting
Yeah.
to Test cricket only because all format
Yes.
is a difficult thing to do.
Yes.
So
Test.
Bumrah, I would
Test
say,
only.
Bumrah, Rabada, Cummins,
Cummins is
and
there. Cummins is there. Yeah,
Rabada,
Rabada.
Bumrah, Rabada, Cummins, and I would say another one is difficult one. Anyone for New Zealand or England?
I mean,
No.
had Jimmy Anderson been playing, I would have
And
taken his
Desmond
name
He's
for
Moore
the
should
sure.
dad
hold
of
much
these
more
guys,
strength.
man. He's the dad
Yeah,
of these
yeah,
guys
yeah.
almost.
I mean, I would have anyway put his name. That's the thing. So yeah,
That fight
let
for
me
it has
think.
put on. Yeah, so speaking of that,
Yeah, I think Mitchell Stark could be one of them in the Fab Four still. I think, but
Tests.
no,
That's
taste.
the thing.
And I'm not thinking of putting two names from the same nation. I'm just trying to make it nation specific, sort of.
Maybe still from New Zealand, maybe Saudi. I can
but
Okay, so he's
still
yeah,
saying Alzadi. Alzadi, he's saying.
Alvary Joseph.
a
Yeah.
bit too early to be included in Fab Four. I mean, I don't
Yes,
know, but
I think last
No,
time
no,
when
no, no,
India
no.
played him, I think India
कोई
smashed him
देख
all
रहा
around the
है.
park. I think
Alzadi
Alvary
Joseph,
Joseph
I
was.
think Abhishek also has a good idea because he played in RCB also.
Oh my God! Don't bring those days back. Kimaroch. No, but he is
Again,
also.
he's a pretty. I mean, keeping almost trying to keep
okay. So
same
guys,
category.
all rounders,
अरे भाई
according
गास
to you.
एटकिंसन तो अभी आया है क्या
Abhi
भाई
आया
वो तो
अभी आया अभी. But I would say Braden Curtis looks a good prospect, but I think it's 30
yeah
plus. I
I
think.
was saying to Ritik so he's sort of a bowler which England lacked for a long time he can bowl long spells bowl at
Hmm.
pace hit the hard lengths oh sorry
Who?
he's saying oh sorry Fab Four Rabada Bumrah come in Saudi
Yes, yes,
No.
Shubhradeep. I think we have one name in common. Team Saudi. I was also about to mention that name, and I mentioned
Yes,
yeah I
actually.
think
he has been a
Saudi is sort
great
of an
servant.
underrated customer
I think Saudi, because of the fact that he plays from New Zealand, he often doesn't get the recognition but he has been a
and
very
the
No, I
consistent
think
other day I
performer.
was having a word with Ritik and he said I mean Saudi when did he start playing I was that smaller kid and had he played for England he would have surely completed 160 plus tests
See,
by this time.
guys, that's the point. Ross Taylor, Tim Saudi, Shakib Al Hassan. Shoaib Malik, man, these guys, I remember that since maybe when I started school, these guys have been, I mean, I've seen them and
So
I'm like,
Shoaib Malik
guys,
still plays some game. I think he
PSL.
still plays
I think
PSL.
he
Karachi
still plays
Kings.
PSL.
these guys are just timeless. These guys are just timeless. I tell you,
Shoaib, Shoaib
man.
Malik is only timeless because he's from a specific country.
Okay. Anyways, we have a comment
Saudi and the
maybe.
bowling action.
So why no
No,
Okay,
spinner?
he's
Koi Dekra, yes, we can put Hazelwood, but I don't want two names from the same nation. That's why I was searching for some
So
other
why no
names.
mm,
spinner? Why no spinner?
uh four good spinners. Hello, you tell me currently.
Ashwin, this surely. Who is the other one? Nathan Lyon, chalo,
Leon.
or
Chal Ashwin, Leon.
That's what
Uh,
my point was.
that's the thing. Rangana Herat could have
no
been,
other
but he has
nation as
retired.
spinner.
Rangana Herat could have been one, but he has retired now.
I can keep another name if only India had played cricket. That was Ajaz Patel.
Mm-hmm. Who?
I mean, I just cracked
Ijaz
the joke that
Patel.
I said if
Nah, nah.
India was the only cricket playing nation, then I could have kept Ajaz Patel. And if Mumbai was the only cricket playing ground in the world,
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And if India was a playing ground, you could have also added Mitchell Santner maybe.
yeah, I mean these days Matthew Kuhneman, Todd Murphy, there's a lot of guys. Tom Hartley,
Shoaib,
Shoaib
Shoaib
Bashir.
Bashir.
Shoaib Bashir is a good prospect, I would say.
Yeah,
How
England is
about
now backing him. Backing him. They're playing him.
how about Gabbar?
So
Sajid Khan.
That's this guy
okay,
is this aggressive. This guy
I
is
mean he's been
aggressive.
dropped for South Africa, so Norman is just
That's
traveling.
also.
By
I
the way,
think we
this guy
did.
is back.
Did we
Mohammad
discuss the
Abbas
South
is back.
Africa? Did we discuss the
Mohammad
Pakistan
Abbas
South
is
Africa
back.
series?
No, I think we can have a separate live for that. Discuss
Just
regarding
Which
it.
one
series?
point. I didn't. Just two things that I don't know why Babar Azam was made back. If you have dropped him, in which part he was performed and why
See, a
Sajid
thing is,
Khan.
I mean, now with taking Babar, there might be some sort of a issue within the camp that if you are just keep picking him to
And you have to
bench
pick
him,
him then.
that might cause some dissent within the camp. And now, if you're playing him, whom are you dropping? Are you dropping Kamran Gulam, who made 100 on debut? That doesn't send a good message. Or you can drop someone like an Abdullah Shafiq, but then
That's
you are
what.
just trying to fit in
That's
Babar.
what. Unnecessary. You just created a rift in the team. The team who played so well
I
and
think they will
Sajid.
mostly pick Babar somehow. I'm
They will
thinking
pick.
somehow they will push him in some slot. I think most likely they will drop one of the openers, push Shan at the top of the order, and push him at
But
4 or 3.
anyways, I'm not comfortable with Abdullah Shafiq also. So yeah, I would in overseas.
Also, I think
They've
Mohammad
also
Abbas is
dropped
back.
Shaheen. Yeah. We were
Mohammad
Maybe.
having a
Abbas is back.
discussion that day, but no one was here.
Mm,
See,
yeah. And
mm,
Sajid Khan after that England series, really?
how can you
I
drop
don't
him?
know.
I think the only thing
Yeah, I mean,
was
I
that,
agree that he will play one spinner in South Africa. I'm okay with it. But
but
what if
Keshav
Norman Ali
Maharaj is
doesn't?
still playing. Keshav Maharaj is
Yeah,
still playing. He plays all the matches,
Yes.
and he's taking wickets also. I think today he took, I think, 2 3 wickets. I think.
yeah. Even Prabhat Jayasuriya has picked up a couple of wickets.
Then
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Keshav Maharaj is again a spinner.
I think
He's good actually.
Mehdi Hassan Miraj is also a good prospect from Bangladesh.
Mm, yeah,
But I think,
maybe.
yeah, I see him more as an all-rounder, not just. He's a good batsman
No, I
actually.
think his bowling has improved. He's more than just a batter who can bowl, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, Shakib was anyways their legend in Bangladesh. I mean, keep aside his
Political.
disciplinary things, but
Yeah,
yeah,
his personal life.
but
Let's
as a
keep it aside. Hmm.
but as a player,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
he can earn the respect, to be honest. But yeah,
Shakib has given enough service to KKR. Can't forget that.
no, I'm speaking of international cricket, man. IPL is a different league at this point.
I think KKR is more important.
Okay. This guy Prabhat Jayasuriya, man, takes 3 to 4 steps and spins the ball beautifully.
Yeah,
I mean,
on
at
some
this point, there is
some days
KKR, CSK,
I feel
and
like making very
I
provocative
mean,
comments.
yeah. So one KKR is trying to play with two RCB here.
Who are the RCBs?
Yeah, the two
Me and
RCBs,
Abhishek.
Abhishek and Ritik.
Okay. But Saptarshi, should we discuss IPL with? I mean, the fans of a team who have never won it. Is that
No,
Anyways,
but
fair?
they will this year.
Next year. Next year.
Let's see.
Okay,
ये साल
next year.
ये साला कप नम दे.
This year we won the women's IPL. Next year, hopefully, the
yeah,
men will do it.
WPL. I mean, it just
Yeah.
made
WPL was
my
great.
day.
Smriti
Made my
Mandana,
day that day.
Elisa
Yeah.
Pedi. I mean WPL auction I think is on 15 December.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You want to cover
guys,
Saptarshi that?
I think I'll need to leave now.
Sure,
Okay.
So
sure.
you guys
Okay,
can wrap
anyways,
it up.
we will also be trying to maybe wind up in some 5-10
10
minutes.
15
So
minutes,
let's see.
yes. So, but
Okay, okay. See you.
great time,
Yeah,
Rajataba. Thank you
yeah.
so much
Great
Thanks.
for
time.
Thanks.
joining.
See you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
surely. I mean, I will also maybe. So let's see. I mean, 5-10 minutes. I think till 11 we will try to do, and
Sure,
then.
sure,
Yes,
sure.
yes,
Yeah.
See you.
yes. I
But yeah,
think
I
we
mean,
can continue.
after a long time, this has been a long live. I mean, almost 1.5 hours, and we
Yes,
had almost left hope. I mean, I just pushed Ritik
Yeah.
to come live one more time today, and I mean, it clicked.
See, that's the point. When you least expect something, miracles happen, right?
hmm.
And yes, once again, a big thanks to the audience today. They have turned up in huge numbers, and I mean,
And we have got some new
their
friends also. I
messages,
think
yeah,
Pallav,
their comments have really helped us drive the live forward. So thank you guys.
Atul Kumar Thakur, Pallav
Hmm.
Munshi.
I
No,
think
Pallav anyway still
Atul
comes.
Kumar
Hmm.
found us from Twitter, and he even subscribed because it has now gone to
That's
235.
great. Hmm.
That's great. Okay, it's not showing in my database currently, but I think yeah, it must have.
So
Yeah.
yes, guys. So let's. I think we can take some questions from the audience as well. We have been talking enough. Amongst ourselves. So guys,
So we
any?
have got to the I
Yeah.
think Virat Kohli score I think in Mumbai against England,
Hmm.
235.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Virat
235
Kohli,
subscribers. Hmm.
yeah,
Okay. Okay, so
yeah,
it's 2016 Jayant Yadav
yes,
100
yes,
Mumbai. I remember.
Jayant Yadav,
I think that was the match where Jimmy Anderson had some brawl with Ashwin and Virat in the
yes,
last
yes,
wicket.
yes, yes. Where Jimmy
Yeah,
Anderson said that I think he has not technically changed much to play in England. That famous.
Okay.
I
So
think Ashwin
how
was
many are
angry with that.
watching currently, Saptashi? How many guys are watching? Can you just check?
at this point I think two. Yeah,
Two.
Okay.
two.
So guys, please shoot in your comments any questions that you have. We would like to take them, please.
Yes.
Also, Abhishek, are you watching the England New Zealand? For you, it's a pretty favorable time. I mean, we
Yes,
have
but
need
it was the
to.
working hours for me, so I couldn't follow much. But
On
I think I
weekends,
was
I think you can still maybe follow on
yeah,
the
maybe I will
weekends.
go to
And to,
play some matches, so not sure.
yeah,
Okay.
for
So
you,
yeah,
that South Africa Sri Lanka is sort of an odd time. Rather, in fact, BGT is also an odd time.
I was
Yeah.
watching till 6 a.m. here. Then
Hmm.
slept 4 hours and then came for live. Ritik told me. So
Yeah.
despite India
That's
losing,
the thing.
you can't
Yeah.
miss
Hmm.
BGT. And when it's
Definitely.
Yeah,
played in Australia,
And by the way, just I would like to uh, give rather make an update or announcement that we are planning, guys, to make one review video of these, especially this test, the second test. Once the test gets over, most probably it will get over tomorrow. So I mean, I'm not at this moment disclosing the date of the publishing of the video, but yes, we are planning to
yeah,
maybe
we will
make
try. We will
that will
try.
be in a
We
recorded
haven't yet.
format.
Yeah, we
Yeah, that
haven't
would
yet
be in a recorded
fixated on
format.
that, but
Hmm.
we will try our best. If everything turns out favorable, we will try
and
Because
our best.
surely
yeah.
we'll come live before the third test. I think third test is not much far.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
in an even unfavorable time. I mean, it starts from 5 o'clock. I think 5:30 IST.
It's good. Ritik will was
Yeah, for you it's
from
good.
4:30 and then
I
no,
mean,
for Ritik also he was
2020. I
complaining
think
that
2026 India is going to New Zealand 2026, and then it
oh
that will
2020 those basin reserve days COVID before
Oh
the
man,
COVID.
don't tell me. Colin de Grandhomme ghosts coming to my mind.
no.
Do they
Oh man.
I
no?
think it
Do
can
they
go.
make pitches like that specifically for India? Because England is
No,
playing well,
a few days back, Basin Reserve 15 wickets on a single day.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but still, I
I
think
mean, England were also 43 for 4. Then Harry Brook just played one outrageous now.
See,
okay.
Basin Reserve is, I mean, I just
No,
don't want
not
to
just
speak
basin reserve. I
much.
think the other,
That
I think
ground is,
Christchurch
man.
No, even
was
in
also.
2014 when India went, it was a high scoring
Even
series.
Napier's.
India
Napier's is not
almost
a very
chased
easy
down.
pitch.
Yeah, I
It was
remember
a high
the first
scoring
game.
series. Yes.
And in New Zealand, it sort of becomes easy to bat as the match progresses. If you remember that Wellington match in
Yes.
2014, I think
Yes.
Abhishek would
Yes. Yes.
remember. So New Zealand got out 190 odd, India got some 250 lead. Then Virat dropped a catch of, I think,
Hmm.
McCallum on
McCallum.
9 or something. He was fielding at short mid on, and then they were 94 for 5, still trailing by around a 150 run. And then Watling scored 100. Nisham scored 100, was his debut. Latham's debut match was also that match, and McCallum scored the 300. and then India would set some huge
I
target
think it's
on day five
long
and
back. You are
withdraw.
saying BJ Watling played. I mean, I think many years back.
No, Vijay
2014.
Watling's
No, he was in the
farewell was Vijay
WTC
Watling's
final.
farewell was the WTC only.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he
I'm
started
speaking
his
of
career. I
2014.
mean,
I think Abhishek has watched that match. I was in class 9, I
Yes,
guess.
yes.
Yeah.
And Kohli
yeah,
scoring
yeah, I
that
can understand.
105 not
That
out.
was
Yeah,
long time back. That match. Mm.
Kohli and Rohit just saw off India and
Yeah,
drawn the
his
match.
only test
In
century in
fact,
New Zealand.
in the first innings, I think it was the first 100 of Ajinkya Rahane. Before that, he had scored the 196 in
Mm.
Durban in 2013.
Ajinkya
Then,
Rahane and Kohli
yeah.
those days. They were the two people you to trust
Also, I
overseas.
remember that match. Ishant Sharma was promoted as night watchman. He scored 28. I think Ishant got a fifer also in that first innings. And the first match also, India almost chased down 400. Dhawan scored 115. And Dhoni was still there last 40 or something. And then
I actually see Mohammad Shami walking in his footsteps. Ishant Sharma. I mean, we could have used him more. I always feel this. So yeah, I mean that's the
I think
thing.
Mohammad
He's
Shami has been
playing.
misused in ODI World Cups also. I mean, 2019, he should have got more games.
Yeah, and I mean today, if there is one bowler, I think that India is missing very badly. That's Mohammad Shami, and the workload has taken a toll on Jasprit Bumrah. You see,
I mean, do you see India going back to this 2011 days? Praveen Kumar,
again,
I
see
think
that's the point.
Abhishek is
Praveen Kumar
hiding his face.
was very injury prone. Praveen Kumar, but he was a great swing
No,
bowler.
there were some other
He
bowlers.
was a great.
Then I think Pankaj Singh was one bowler who played at that point. A lot of
Pankaj
other
Singh, I
bowlers. I
don't
don't know.
remember. I
He
remember
played one
Dhaval
game.
Kulkarni. He was a good bowler.
Varun Aaron.
Dhaval Kulkarni was good. In the domestic
But he
circuit, he was
didn't play
good.
Test cricket. Varun Aaron played Test cricket. Yeah. So
Uh,
by the way, I think
he
it's
was not.
almost coming time. So I
Let's
think
wait for
let's.
5 more minutes and see if there's any more comments, or else we can
Yeah. So
call
I
it a day.
think let's keep 11 the deadline, and we will then wind it up.
Yeah.
So I think yeah.
Anyway, I think we thought that we would not. I mean, extend it beyond 10, but luckily enough, the audience turned out in huge numbers today. So yeah.
We are surely, I mean, pretty moral boosting.
Yeah, Abhishek, you can. If you want to add any inputs, you can always do, even if your camera is on mute.
What is Abhishek doing? I said Praveen Kumar,
Okay,
and
he might
just
be a
switched off
bit
his
busy.
camera.
Anyways, we are anyways towards the end of the live. So, but
Yeah.
yes, you can always speak even if with your camera off. That's fine, totally fine. So yes, guys, any thoughts on that on tomorrow's day three? I mean, anything you might have. Tomorrow's game, any other series, IPL, any video you want us to make on any topic you have, please let us know before we call it a day today.
BBL. BBL is starting in some days.
Okay, okay, we have a
Jaipal be
comment. I
like,
think
start भैया दिल पे मत लो गलती से बोल दिया it's going to
it's
slow.
coming too slow. Yeah, actually, Jaiswal looked still better today, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No, but then if that's the case, then I think Siraj should go and personally beg to Travis said दिल पे मत लो मतलब वैसे भी तुम ऐसे मार रहे हो अब दिल पे ले लिया तो क्या होगा भाई.
see,
So
for
yeah, Abhishek,
guys like Travis said, hmm,
yeah, yeah, continue, Ritik.
yeah, for guys like Travis said, you need to have a plan prepared. There's no other way you can get rid of these guys because otherwise they will tear you apart. Yeah, Abhishek, I think you're on mute. Is it? Your voice is on mute. Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Please tell.
Yeah.
Please tell. Yeah.
Continue.
So 3 more minutes. Any inputs from you?
3 more minutes for what?
And
He's
then we are
keeping 11
winding up.
as the deadline.
And then
If
we are
any
winding
no
up.
more comments. Any message you would like to add? I mean, before tomorrow's day, start of day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
just
pretty late. I mean, we need to get ready for the tomorrow's test.
Yes, Abhishek,
For
yes.
you,
continue.
it's now. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think play well the first innings. I think if first try to take off the lead as quickly as possible. 29 runs are still left. Look for 200. Take a 15-run lead. Try to see that if only one wicket is paused by then if Ashwin comes, if
Yeah,
he can pitch.
but the best scenario for India would be to bat at least till 1 hour before tea, and then in the twilight
But
phase, send a
that's
tea
too
over
much
there.
to hope for because I know if one wicket falls down, we are
Hmm.
exposing the tailenders. So
See,
that's why I
this
Yeah,
was
I
is
mean,
the
expecting.
this is
things
the
with the
last
tail is
partnership.
Ashwin and Harshit, these guys once they come, they will go for the shots. They will play maybe one or two, but they won't be sure shot.
Ashwin
Sure
has the
shot
temperament,
starters.
has a temperament. He batted well in Sydney last time, but in overseas, I don't trust Ashwin's batting. I think in this circumstances, Sundar was the one who would have helped India's cause more.
Correct, correct.
But I don't know
Ah,
why. First of all, why he was dropped. Also, he scored. He batted well in the second innings in the Perth Test, and he took
And maybe Sundar
bowling
or even Jadeja also because he's done well in overseas. In these
yes
situations, you can send him
in
to
these situations.
manage the collapse.
If you even
okay,
remember
so we have
England,
just got
then
an update from one of our teammates in the WhatsApp group. He's asking us to take this comment. Okay, so I think Shami in for BGT. Let me just read that out. Okay. The BCCI is waiting for NCA's nod to fly Mohammad Shami to Australia.
But I don't know. I mean, I was learning in Crick Buzz that maybe no. So let's see. Let's wait for the final
Again,
confirmation.
guys, we will
see
we will
see
keep you posted on this. I mean,
is
we are
it
Yeah,
is
going to
it
so
await
from
just
it
confirmation.
is
waiting
from
for
which
the
source?
official
It is
confirmation
from
from
which
BCCI.
it is from which source? It is from Cricket Editor. So I don't.
Normally, this is not a very bad source, I must say, because I have seen this pretty.
Yeah, but I would just hope to stick to the official
Let's wait
confirmation
from
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 BCCI
Cricket
or
Australia
BSC and
or
some
BCCI, yeah, or
Yes,
yeah
ICC maybe.
some official
abs-
sources. So
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah, because mostly a lot of cricket pages spread some news. Some of which are real, some fake. Also
Yeah, and
not.
mostly sometimes these also become, I mean, clickbaits. So you never know.
Yeah.
These links can
So
often become
yeah, I
clickbaits. Yeah.
think let's now
Mm.
rest and hope for tomorrow. If match gets off quickly, other thing. If the match becomes interesting, then we might have to wait for the end of the day. So
Yeah, it's just
we'll
exactly
be
11,
ahead.
I think.
Please pray.
And
Let's pray
yeah.
something. Otherwise, it was a one-sided match. The Perth was one-sided. So
Mm.
at least some fight from India, because now the conditions will be not that bad. You just I think the ball is how many hours old?
25 or
Let's
something,
just
I
check.
guess.
So
25, I guess.
you have
24,
observed
24.
that once the ball gets old, it doesn't do that much. So I think
Yeah, I mean, so the second new ball is pretty far away. I mean, it's still
Mm.
yes.
55 overs, so
So I
56.
think
So
first target for
till
India
then,
would
India
be to
most probably
play
won't bat.
the first thing target was to play till 50 overs. Take it one step at a time. Let's see because I think Reddy has a temperament to bat. So
Yeah, I mean,
we're asking.
but the thing with these two guys is they will go for the shots. Reddy even went for a slog in that last ball against Boland.
Pant will always take his
So
chances. He's that sort of a batter.
yeah, so it's
Let's
always live by the
see
sword, die by
first.
the sword. So
Yeah, that's true.
one wicket, and then you know it's going down. So yeah, I think we are also feeling a bit tired. So maybe let's now get
Let's
ready
hope,
for
but at
tomorrow.
least let's
Yeah.
avoid that. What to say? Let's first take the lead off.
No, I
Yeah.
think Australia will surely come out to bat. How much target? That's the question mostly. I don't think they will get out before 29. So let's say, yeah. So thanks to
Okay,
all of you
guys.
guys and you both
Thank
also.
you.
Also, Rajat were left early. So yeah, thanks to all. But it
And
was a nice
Shubhadeep
session.
also for working behind the
Yeah.
screens today.
Yeah.
Thanks, Subhajit.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.